Cooking 101. Learn how to suck the tip. I'm joking. Welcome back to another video. Graduation's right around the corner for me. Well, like, not right around the corner. I'm practically done with high school, but, like, the ceremony. Yeah, the walk. The whole walking ceremony thing. That's about a couple days away. So I wanted to talk about something that I just wanted to talk about something that I had the very confusing honor of being a part of, which was seeing this guy try to confess his feelings to my friend Emmy. Now, we're not gonna call this guy. I'm not gonna call this guy out by name. I'm gonna call him just Jay. Okay. So a little further context. Okay. A little context beforehand. This guy Jay started hanging out with me, Emmy, and Josiah, and the rest of our friend group during lunch. Just kind of out of nowhere. I mean, like, at first it was a couple of visits, and then it started turning something daily, right? And, like, we didn't really care because it wasn't that big of a deal. But at one point, he did, hang out with us pretty frequently, and him and Emmy got, pretty close. They would talk on the phone together, they'd play Roblox games together, a lot of, basically talking stage shit. Okay? My point is, JD, or sorry, well, I'm gonna call him Jay, but that's what I call him because, well, that's just what he goes by. But just know him as Jay. But I'm gonna call him JD because it just works better for me, and plus, well, I just don't give a fuck. I don't care if I use his name. He can go suck a dick and die. Anyway, JD, he was not over his ex. Like, very not over his ex. He would post notes, like, when he was in his feels at, like, fucking 2 in the morning, talking about how he wishes that she would come back, and how, like, I hope she's happier now. Basic shit like that. Like, basic fucking I can't get over my ex posts like that, okay? There is nothing wrong with that. However, the problem arises when we check on his girlfriend, or his ex-girlfriend, sorry, who is moved on, like, very, very quickly, and has practically told this guy that she doesn't want anything to do with him. And so I'm gonna tell you guys one more thing before I get into what happened with Emmy, with this girl. He pulled up to her house as they weren't dating, while the dad and the brother actively dislike him, pulled up to her house and gave her I don't know if it was a birthday present or a Christmas present, literally on her doorstep. That is fucking weird. If you are not with the person, that is weird. Whether you like it or not, whether anybody that fucking disagrees with me or not, that's weird. That is weird shit to be doing. And especially to your ex, okay? That's just like fucking kidnapper energy shit. Okay. Now that I got all the fucking other context shit out of the way, okay? We're gonna jump cut to, like, a couple, like, I think, like, the week of, or, like, the week before prom, or not prom, not prom, homecoming, okay? So, recently, like, when, JD and Emmy started getting close, JD would often mention Emmy in her notes, or in his notes. And they would be, like, posted the songs, and, like, some of them were, like, Spanish songs, which, like, Spanish love songs, like, I could tell, okay? Some of them were Spanish love songs, and then a lot of them were just, like, romantic little fucking songs that he would, like, I don't know, fucking think about Emmy to. I don't know what this guy does. Anyway, he keeps doing it. But the thing is that he's also said to Emmy that he's still not over his ex. He's said that multiple times, okay? So, granted, at homecoming, you would think, oh, like, I'm not over my ex, we're just gonna hang out, have a good time, be friends, do a lot of friendly shit. This motherfucker, by Emmy's account, okay, would not leave her alone, and would literally sit there and, like, try to get to dance with her, try to, like, hold her hand, like, do all this romantic shit, which is okay. But the thing is, you actively said to the person that you're doing all this romantic shit that you're still not over your ex, yet you're gonna do all this romantic shit to act like, I don't know, that, like, you're still not over her, but, like, you don't want to be with her, you don't want to be with the person that's in front of you. I don't know. This is a very confusing thing. But he said expect a surprise before prom, and the surprise was literally like nothing. The surprise was like literally fucking nothing. Like he didn't do anything. He kind of just sat there. So eventually it gets to a point in like it's like pretty much the same process. Like he'd make some offhanded comment hinting at trying to get with, you know, trying to pursue, you know, something romantic, and then he would backtrack. Pretty much that. It was just a constant cycle of that and that and that. Okay. So eventually, obviously in October, he mentions it again, and Emmy has to text me and tell me that like he keeps doing it, and like she's blatantly told him that she doesn't like that, and yet he keeps doing it because I don't know, he's a dick or something. So, really nothing else happens there. So, the thing is like Emmy obviously, like anybody, Emmy at first denied, you know, having feelings for JD at first, and then eventually it was like, oh yeah, I do. So Emmy was like at the point where like Emmy was expecting him to, you know, Emmy was expecting him to make a move, which, like anybody, makes sense, okay? So then oh, fuck. I don't know. JD was just a fucking... I don't know. JD was a dick. He wasn't really, you know, the nicest person ever. And that's just, like, the way it is with a lot of people. But eventually, Emmy reaches a breaking point, and it's, like, at the point where she's gonna let him down easy and, like, you know, tell him that, like, he needs to fucking, like make a move, like, because, like, he said that they're just friends. He said multiple times they're just friends, they're not anything more. And yet he sits there and still talks about his ex while actively being in a situationship with somebody who actually wants him, which is confusing to me. It's confusing to me because I don't get why he would do this, but JD does, and the thing is, JD preaches about being loyal, and Emmy even acknowledges the fact that they're not dating, but they're definitely more than friends. They've done so much shit. Also, Emmy's bought in Cheesecake Factory, bought in, like, food for him, and, like, spent money on him to genuinely show that she has an interest in him. And that would be clear to anybody. And his ex, and here's the thing. Here's the cherry on top. His ex was doing the exact same shit to him that Emmy is getting during this time. So he's, like, actively doing this. Like, he's actively fucking up, like, himself. And then 2 days later, Emmy is talking about it again. So JD posts on his note a song and then says, "No more heads or tails," which, whatever the fuck that means. He's like some sort of fucking anime villain or some shit. Like, I don't know. This guy's gonna get put on a watch list in like 15 years. But anyway, basically say, and Emmy made a little joke in this group chat that we're in, saying, "Hey guys, I'm JD, and my favorite thing is leading on girls with bad dating experience that treat me well because I'm an asshole." Also, one more thing. We also Kirkified JD. I have photos of it. In fact, I'm going to save one of those photos. I'm using it for the thumbnail of this. But yes. And this is coming from his phone, by the way. Anyway. So, he really didn't... like I said, he's really just a dick in general. Nothing... he's just... Oh, God. I don't even know where to start, but anyway. So, like, another thing, JD is, like, a poser when it comes to a lot of things. Like, I'm not, like, obviously, like, I'm not gonna get into it, but, like, he was I don't know. Like, if you guys, like, as you guys see, you guys seen on my TikTok video, like, you guys seen on my TikTok that, you know, right? Okay, and I can tell when somebody does it, and I can tell when somebody doesn't. But JD would repost things that, keep in mind, I've never seen him do. I've never seen him, you know, Like, now, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I have to see you do it in order for you to be, doing it. God, no, that's not my, main thing at all. That's not the main thing at all. I'm not gonna sit here and tell him that, he's not, doing that, because that's kind of messed up. I wouldn't, sit there and act like I know better, but at the same time, he is like never once like this happened just out of nowhere for like maybe like a couple weeks. He would repost the exact same shit about smoking the za. Okay, let's just be honest. That's what he would do. But he was a poser. He's a poser, and I know it. He would pose about a lot of different shit. He'd also be a poser about being a lover boy, even though he is like actively treating somebody wrong. He's not really a good person. Okay. And the problem is, oh god damn it. So apparently. So, like, another thing too, this is this year, so this is like January. Okay, so Emmy starts stating that Emmy was watching Romeo and Juliet in like an honors class, or like an AP class, I think. It's like an AP class or like an honors class. I don't fucking know, but when they were watching Romeo and Juliet, Emmy missed half of it because she was spending her third period in orchestra practicing viola, obviously. So, when Emmy came back, this nigga was quoting Romeo like the most romantic person ever. So keep in mind, Romeo and Juliet is a tragedy love story. Okay, and you're quoting Romeo like he's some sort of fucking saint. Romeo was not a saint. He was not like some fucking chiseled Greek goddess that would fucking die for his wife or anything like that. No, God, no. Romeo was a dick in that fucking movie and in book. So he's like, so I text Emmy and I'm saying, is self-awareness not there? I use Shakespeare in my homecoming photos, but I actually used a good line for love, which is true. And then, literally literally hours later, when he's home, JD posts on his note again, song "Mama's Boy." You know the famous song, like the fucking MAMABOI, Mama's Boy, Mama's Boy. Anyway, point is, he said, "I just realized what I lost. It wasn't much." And he couldn't even spell. He didn't even spell "wasn't" right. He spelt it with an E. What was "ent"? Like, what the fuck? And he was crying about it over it yesterday. The thing is Emmy even Emmy fucking shot the arrow directly on the bullseye with this and said that his ongoing issue is that he clings to his issues, he doesn't allow himself time to heal, and that's why he's always miserable. Okay? Oh my god. Okay, yeah. So in January 18th, okay, he fucking sends a long ass Discord message, and I have to actually read this out. Okay, so he texts us this long ass paragraph. Okay, so he finally apologizes for all the shit that he's done. So I'm gonna read this to you, and my bullshit meter is just gonna rise the more I read this. So like, if you don't want to feel like you're fucking shitting out like a fucking mountain shit for the first time, and like you're so confused and like perplexed on what he's saying, I guess just don't listen to this, okay? So I'm gonna read this. So I know I shouldn't be texting you at all, and I made you disappointed at me, and I know made you terribly sad, but I have to tell you truly how I feel, and I've been bottling it up for a good minute. I regret treating you so shitty and not actually taking you for what you're worth. I'm not saying this to get back with you, but to apologize to you formally, and I've been thinking about this for so damn long, it's been hurting my mind. I'm sorry I made you spend half of your income on me. because of my selfishness and gluttony. I'm sorry for faking my feelings when I was with you because I was scared if what I was doing was right or not. I'm sorry for betraying your trust and making you think we actually had something more in the future. I take full accountability for putting that into your head, and I regret saying it because I knew it wasn't going to work out. So then why say it? Anyway, your friend was right. I am a fucking loser and an asshole and a liar. The thing that breaks my heart is the most is that you actually loved me, and if I could reciprocate it because I was having and I could reciprocate it because I was having my own problems. Couldn't. So he has so many typos in here. It's like fucking trying to read Helen Keller's last words. You showed me, I was having my own problems. You showed me your heart and everything you wanted to share with me, and I just threw it away as if it didn't matter. I won't say everything was bad when we spent our time together because it wasn't. He spells wasn't wrong again. I did truly like cuddling with you and hanging out at your place and watching movies with you or playing Persona. I should have stuck with you. I should have told you from the start that my head was, or where my head was. Should never lie to you. That's my true apology, and I'm still very sorry. I read this, and this is probably the worst apology I've ever read in my life. Like, this might actually be the worst apology. So, I posted something. I like posted something about this. Like, he was like sitting there posting on his note about, or something about yearning and shit. So I texted, well, I didn't text him. He texted me. He texted me and said, it was like, so I posted on my note, fake ass yearners. And he texted it, who, with 3 question marks, and then who in all caps, like some sort of clingy ex. And I said, nigga, quit texting me like a clingy ex, obviously. Why the fuck do you care about my note so much? Because I want to know who, crying emoji, praying emoji. Now, I didn't direct this at anybody, but I think he probably assumed it was directed at him, which it was. And I said, just mind your business, nigga. Like really, like honestly, that's like the only thing I could say. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway. I just, oh god. Okay, anyway. So, another thing too, like another thing that kind of irks me the wrong way. I know I'm rambling. It's like 17 minutes into the video and I'm still rambling, but I'm gonna finish up like really quick, okay? So nothing really happens. We start resenting JD. JD just fucking is pissing us off at this point. Like I don't remember where. Fuck. Where the hell is it? Anyway. God damn it. It's probably with Emmy's thing. Hang on. So, fuck, where the hell it is. What the fuck? I can't find it, but... so... What was I gonna say? So, JD... I don't know. I don't have the I don't have the screenshots, but me and JD got into it because he was kind of pissing me off, and he was like kind of snapping at Emmy and getting mad at Emmy for something because we were like cutting him off and like we weren't, you know, talking to him. I got mad. I sent him some messages. I called him a bitch. I told him that he just doesn't know how to love people. He like had actively had somebody who was right in front of him trying to be with him, and he just threw it away like a fucking Kobe Bryant hitting a fadeaway shot. But yeah, no, this guy actively gets stepped on by his own fucking like by his own fucking ex, and like he only goes back because she's pretty, and like he knows that she keeps fucking him over and he doesn't care. So I don't know. Also, one more thing. He was also trying to talk to like a sophomore. It's like a sophomore or a freshman. I don't fucking remember. So yeah, the guy's a fucking weirdo. The guy's just a fucking pedophile. Probably like I'll probably see him on a fucking watch list in like 10 years. But yeah, no, that's pretty much it. JD was just a fucking loser. He let on Emmy and he fucking made this whole fiasco for an entire year without, apologizing correctly. Not that fucking Discord message was ever an apology, but yeah. No, that's pretty much it, guys. I will see you all in the next video. Peace, peace.